Hey, how's it going? Third take of this recording. It's been a while, so I'm a little rusty in my report of the analysis that I made. So how's it going, guys? This is Muftal, OFGBFX, and we're looking at Euro Pound. So the Euro Pound, it's bouncing off a very good resistance zone on the monthly and weekly time frame. So building your case from the monthly, you can tell that price is bouncing off key resistance zones. I can tell from these levels that these are significant levels. Why did I mark it here? Somebody might ask, why did I put my trend line there? That is the reason I put my trend line there. In the bigger time frame, price has been bouncing off that zone. So it's rational for me to think that all other things being equal, when price gets there, once again, price is going to bounce off. So when I go back to the weekly, basically you want to build your case down, So from the monthly, I can see that price is bouncing off a resistance. On the weekly, I break it down. I see price is actually going down from this level. Because price is bouncing off a monthly level, I have a back of my mind that I want to be selling, right? That is what I want to be doing, on this chart. So on the monthly, price is down. I can easily mark my, let's use Fibonacci retracement for a minute there. So I like to have a bigger view of what I think price will do in the near term. So this is the zone I'm looking at in the longer term. That price might bounce off, and this coincides with this level to the same place. Excuse me. So basically, price is bouncing off. So in the longer time view, I assume price is going to come down here because of the Fibonacci rule, right? So on a daily, breaking that zone down, that weekly analysis down, you could tell that price is going down. Price is still trending down, but it's a little bit choppy on the daily. So this is a very good place to draw price is ranging, right? So I put the top boundary and the second boundary, the bottom boundary on there to mark my territory of the trading range. So I assume that price will break out of this trading range, hit our 61.8 level around here. And because I have a downward bias on this pair because of the resistance, I won't be buying. I only want to sell. So I'll be waiting for price to come to these levels. First level here. So I'll be looking for further evidence after price gets here to short this pair down over here. And also I would also be looking to pull stop loss, above this range here, so as to give me a buffer as to when I'm wrong. So if this continues past this level, I'm going out of this trade. But this is giving me at least 1:3 to 4 risk to reward ratio. So I'm risking 70 pips for 264 pips. That's significantly good. So I'll be looking at two levels basically. This is the first level I'll be looking to short based on the further evidence I'll be looking at on this pair. And also here I'll be looking at further evidence. If price doesn't hold here based on the evidence I am looking at, I will wait for price to get to this resistance level, right? So it's the same thing basically. I'll be looking for this to happen. When price gets here, this to happen, to continue to the downside like this also. So if you are a swing trader like me, you can consider this idea only if it falls in your purview. So that's the Euro Pound. Let's go back straight to the Euro New Zealand dollar. Euro New Zealand dollar, the same, take the same approach basically. See, the Euro New Zealand dollar is trending up on this time frame here, but on the bigger view, let's start from the monthly. You can see price is trying to attempt a retracement. So on the monthly is down. Basically, that's what I'm trying to explain to you. So the monthly is down. I want to follow the monthly candles because the monthly determines direction of what the secondary trends will do, that the daily and the weekly and the 4 hour and the rest. So I've determined that this price is trying to make a retracement. So I tried to find a retracement level based on what I view H4 D1. I mark my retracement levels, potential retracement levels. So with that, I used to make my analysis on the weekly. Now I'll break it down to the weekly. Since we determined that this is going down, it's coming to these levels. We want to continue breaking it down to look for a good place to sell, right? So on the weekly, price is doing the same thing, still coming down, but you just don't want to sell anywhere. You want to look for, you want to sell high, right? So you continue looking for retracement. So breaking that same chart down to bring that same chart out to the daily level, you can see what's happening here. So price bounced off of this 61.8 level. Let me mark that out for you to see. So far. So price bounce off of this level right here, went back up, it did a retracement to the top side down. And since we envisaged that this is going to continue down, there was a tight trading range. It broke down, price broke down. I'll be looking for, after a breakout, you are looking for retest basically. So I'll be looking to sell at the retest, of this levels here. So if this retest doesn't hold, based on further evidence, I'll continue looking for evidence at these highs, right? I'll continue looking for evidence at these highs to see if I can short and follow the trend to the downside. It's too low for me now. I can't sell. I mean, how much am I going to make from here? I mean, that's me because I'm a long-term trader, and that's what I do. I always look for at least, so this is, let's say 110 pips risk for 500 pips profit. That's good. Risk to reward ratio. Let's go to pound AUD. A pound AUD is pretty straightforward. I on the D1 RSI. So we use indicators to further confirm what you are looking at, right? So on the daily, monthly time frame as usual, you can see price is bouncing off of a resistance. Price bouncing off a resistance here. Resistance here. Price bouncing off this resistance, right? That's what price is doing. So since support, I mean price bouncing off a support. So since price is bouncing off support, I'm trying to make this video as short as possible. So pardon the fast speech. So since price is bouncing off of this resistance, of this support, you want to basically look for buys because on the bigger time frame, price will retrace. That will inform the other trends. The bigger time frame will inform the other trends where to go. So basically on the bigger trends, on the bigger time frames, you want to look for direction. That's what you want to look out for, the bigger time frames. So you could see this same support, or this what some people call double bottom. You could see that at this support also, price is making this what we call, if you know what this is, you can just mention it. There's an inverted heads and shoulders pattern, forming, but it isn't fully formed yet, right? So this should tell you, this further confirmation that this support, and if you know what the inverted heads and shoulders stands for, you should be able to understand the implications at this level. So since I've determined that price at the support and it's bouncing off support, I want to join the buy side, right? So that being said, I'm looking for, break it down to the daily once again. I pull my 61.8, look for a good support level to buy from, sorry. So I'll be looking at evidence, what price does. And when I say evidence, I'm looking at price action at this level. I'm looking at price action at this level and at this level to determine my actions. So I'll be looking to buy just for a significant amount if this continues down. Or if this doesn't hold, I also look at this support again to buy to the top. So this is what I want to do, but we have to be careful with our stop losses because I mean, not price doesn't always do what we envisage it to do. So the same manner, the weekly looks so fragile that this price feels like you can easily break through, you know, this support. So I'll be looking at these key zones to determine what price will do, because if price breaks out of this zone, comes back down here, you know, breaks this down, it's basically a free fall to the downside. Right, so it looks like it might break, but until then, we want to follow what we see on the chart. You can't just make assumptions, and without, you know, evidence. So I'm pretty bullish on the pound. Let's go to the Aussie dollar. The Aussie dollar, it looks nice. On the monthly, let's start from the monthly as usual. This is the monthly. Price is bouncing off. Price bouncing off is support, monthly support here after a long downtrend, right? Price bouncing off the monthly support. This is a double bottom here, and price is retracing. So as a retracement, I want to see if price has gotten to a good retracement level or a good support and resistance level. You know, with the stochastic, with the um, Fibonacci retracement tool, we can use it to assume support and resistance also, apart from marking retracements and all. So it's a tool that I use very much. I use it to look for retracement levels. I use it to look for support and resistance levels also. So price is actually at a support level, a good resistance level of the RSI of the retracement. So sorry guys, so sorry. um, so price bounce off after getting to the retracement level. Price bounce off this zone, and it's sort of consolidating on the weekly. Now on the weekly, and because price is as a resistance, like I said, price as a resistance. Let me mark it again so you can see. Price as a resistance, the 61.8 is just fooling around the 61.8. We want to be careful breaking it down to the daily. Now this is the daily. So on the daily too, you can see at the resistance, this is another pattern that we should be familiar with, like what we said the first time. A very good head and shoulders pattern that played out well for people who traded it. And I think that is what's trying to happen on the bigger time frame again. And this is what we call fractals, right? Fractals. Right. So this is what I assume is going to happen on the bigger time frame. But until then, we should be looking for evidence that this resistance is going to hold around here. So I'll be looking for evidence around here to short. That's what I'll be looking for, evidence around here to short. That is what we should all be looking for. And stop loss is above, support or resistance, where you should always have a why. I've just told you why I'll be taking this trade, and my stop loss will be outside my why. And if it hits my stop loss, it's part of the game. There should be nothing to cry about. So far as you calculate your position size, yeah. So that is the Aussie dollar for you. I'm short. I will be short if my evidence is met over there. I did just remind you guys, there's this mentorship thing going on. So if you want to get your trading on, just check the details below the video. You are going to get a link to register or to sign up. And I'll just reply to you ASAP. All right, guys. So let's go back to pound USD. Aha, another. So the pound USD is basically has been consolidating on the bigger time frame for a very long time. So let's this is the monthly time frame. You can see what's happening here. It's at the very lowest lows of its life at the moment, and it's consolidating. So we break it down to the weekly. Since price is consolidating on the monthly, we should expect further consolidation on the weekly also, since we are trying to break it down. And from these levels, we could see, this is a key. This is just telling us that this is a good resistance for this price. All right, price has been bouncing off for a very long time, and it's also doing the same, trying to retest again and come back. You know, like what we said on the euro pound. I mean, you should follow price until the otherwise happens. So for now, price is still below the resistance, and I'll still be looking to short. So that's what I'll be looking at. So for me to get this done, I'm looking for a good zone to sell from, and that is why I've marked this very good level here earlier on. I mean, some of these lines are just to make the charts look beautiful. Most of traders do that. So bringing up my Fibonacci retracements, you can see this is at a very good Fibo level. A very good Fibo level. And the price is kind of rejecting. Today's Sunday, and market's opening like 5 to 7 hours. So this is at a very good level. I'll be looking for evidence, further evidence of price not being able to pass, you know, to break through this level, to look for a short, because why because price is at a resistance, right? And overall, on the weekly, on the monthly, price is just heavily bearish, right? So that should be our reason. Price is just heavily bearish, yes. You see the monthly candles, there's a big dark candle, you know, the very dark candle, very dark bold candle that is saying that the bears are still in control. Stop loss should be, you know, your stop loss should be always, you know, above your protection, and your take profit should be reasonable based to your stop loss. Could be 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio, or a 1 to 3 or 1 to 1, as far as it matches your criteria. Now this is a USD card. USD card. Let's start from the monthly as usual. So USD card, I like this pattern here, right? Because it looks so predictable to a certain level. See this, this. It looks so nice. It looks so repetitive. Something that has been happening over and over again, and you can see in the market. So price bounced off on the monthly. You can see price bounced off this level here. You know, price bounced off this level, and it's trying to do a down move, right? You can see while I'm talking, I didn't mention anything like the news or whatever. That's because I'm purely a technical analyst. I do not follow the news, and it's possible to make money trading without even listening to the news. But I like to look at the news after the impact has happened on the price, because in the end, the fundamentals move the market, right? So price is making a retracement, you know, from the monthly, which is visible on here. So after the retracement, price is now that retracement price is at a support at a support level. So this is what some people call double bottom, and it still looks so fragile because this can break down, continue down. But until then, price at a support. Until then, price at a support. So I'll be looking to buy. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. Until price breaks. If it doesn't break, how would I know if it doesn't break or if it breaks, right? So price at a support, and price is still momentum is still stalling. Price bounced off the support already. Price bounced off the support already at this level. Coming back, I didn't get there. Came back here, so I'll be looking to buy from here to see what happens around this level. I won't be holding my buy for a very long time because this momentum can easily push price down. So I'll be looking for at least a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio at this level, something not too much. So you should look for I'll be looking for 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio at least. Just something to hold on to as price, as you still perceive price might continue down. I mean, you always want to plan for what you think may happen if price goes your way, and what you think may happen when price doesn't go your way. So you should always watch out for that. So price might easily break down, continue down here, but until then, price will be at the support. I'll be looking at the further evidence at this support, to make my case before I enter, the buy here. That is the USD card. And last but not the least, is the Euro USD. Euro USD, in a minute. So I saw this chart. So Euro USD is doing the same thing. I think the Euro has been weak for the very long time, and there's a bounce off. There's a retracement back to these levels, and price is trying to go up again. But like you said, when I pull out my Fibonacci retracement level, which I use very much, I see that price is at a very strong resistance, right? So breaking that down to the daily, you see price consolidating at that resistance level, because buyers and sellers are trying to figure out, I mean, what's the best? Should we buy more euro, we sell more dollars, or we sell more euro, whichever. So since price is consolidating, price bounced off. Let me expand this a little bit. The price bounced off, pullback, and doing a little bit of consolidation. So I tried to break that down to the daily to see, to try and see what's happening, in a lot of data. So I can easily say price is trying to consolidate. So you can see I marked these two levels. I'll be looking at price reaction in the coming week. When the market opens, I want to see how this reacts at this level. Because price at the resistance, I want to short. Basically, that's it. I want to short this pair. I see what happens over here before I might go into a short. But if it continues to this top side, I still want to short. I'll look for what happens here, at this level, to determine what I'm going to do at this price. So basically, if price holds around here, my stop loss will be above this high. If price holds around here, my stop loss will be above this high. So basically, I'm protected in both ways. And take profit to 1 is to 2 risk to reward ratio, and you're good to go. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the analysis. Just feel free to ask any questions in the comment box. I'll be happy to reply. And just fill in the box if you're also interested in the mentorship. and have a good week, guys. Bye.